I hope you're doing well. The reason for me getting on here this time is it's simple. I don't do news. Why? Because you watch the news and they have your emotions going this way and that way. Mix it all up. Keep you on your toes. You know, keep at your anxieties, your fears. That's all they play on. So the news is pretty worthless bullshit. The fact of the matter is, you already know what's going to happen. If you're a believer, you know what's going to happen. Jesus has already told you. So you don't need to read the news. You don't need to know all the bullshit. You already know. The fact of the matter is a lot of people are not going to make it through. You know that. It says so. It says he comes back, cuts the day short, because if he didn't, even his elect would perish. That's how serious it gets, people. You already know that. And there's a lot of people out there, too, they understand, too, that the latter days, the love for man, love of your brother, your neighbor, grows cold. And that goes against what God says. He loves thy neighbor as thyself. So how many people out there are going to sit there and say, hey, look at me, man, I got all these preps, man, I'm so cool, I'm so wonderful. Oh, those people are starving tough shit, they didn't prep. Watch some little kids starve. You're going to answer for that. It also says in the Bible, a person that saves his self loses himself. Just paraphrasing. In other words, in this world you save your life, you're going to lose it in the next. You lose it in this life, and you'll save it in the next. In other words, you gave your life up for something other than yourself, being selfish. You want to be selfish? Go ahead. It's a sin. You'll perish for it. Here and there. Eventually, you'll perish here, and then you'll perish there. So, it really comes down to, I don't have to sit here and tell you all the bullshit that's going to happen and all the horrible things that are going to happen. You already know it. And how much of that stuff's disinformation? How much is just bullshit? How much is this just propagandized, already set up by Black Ops, CIA, DOD, all kinds of agencies you've never heard of? Theirs and ours. How much of this stuff is collaborated with China, Russia, Ukraine, us, Australia, France, England, you name it. It's already collaborated. It's a show. Just like going into Hollywood. It's all collaborated. They let you see what you want to see, what they want you to see, what you want to believe. And they steer the narrative. That's why most of the time when you watch the news and all this stuff, these people get on here and go, oh my God. Troops are moving. Nukes are moving. Oh, Wagner did this. Oh my God. And then they just get crazy. Playing with your emotions. Man, you better run out and buy some more preps. Like I've always said, it's prudent to have stuff anyways. It's just smart. You should always save up for a rainy day. But what I'm getting at is these people are playing with your emotions. They're steering you the way they want you to be steered. And God does not look. They're They're piss-ass little nukes, and that's what I'm talking. Piss-ass little nothing fucking nukes. Oh, God, they'll take out a city. They'll take out... Oh, it's gonna... God can destroy the fucking planet in a fucking blink of an eye if he wants. There's stories all over the Bible that tell you what he's done. He flooded the place before. You know? Shit's happened, man. There's proof of that. Don't you think, what man's shit. He's not gonna do crap. Oh, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Wow. One super volcano will fucking destroy a whole fucking continent. And really after a couple, 2-3 days, black out the sun, destroy the water supply. I mean, do all kinds of shit that you would be like, holy crap. Right. Maybe let's say, 2 or 3 of those at once. Let's say tidal wave, droughts. I mean, you name it. God can do anything he wants. He is the creator. He's the Almighty. So when you read these things, people go, oh, we have the power to destroy. God has the power to destroy. You're just along for the ride. If he didn't want it to happen, it wouldn't happen. But it has to happen. The wheat and the shaft, man. The goat and the sheep. So, that's why I got on here. You got to reflect on your soul. You got to reflect on yourself. You got to reflect on God's will. More than anything, you got to reflect on God's will. What he wants done. Not what you want done. Not what you think should happen. But what God tells you in the good book. So, with that said, you have some reflecting to do. And I'll guarantee you most of the people that probably listen to me do that anyways. They're probably very, very in tune. And they have a certain sense to things that most people don't have. Most people are just emotional wrecks. They get bent out of shape over the littlest bullshit little things. I don't need to look at it be micromanaged by the media, by the government, by anybody. I don't need to be micromanaged. I don't need to be managed at all. I already know what's going to happen. And it always says, come out of her, my people. Because if you don't, you're going to perish in her and partake in her wrath. Don't partake in her wrath. Don't sit there and because, oh, this is acceptable and that's acceptable in today's society, that's okay. That doesn't make it okay. Is it acceptable to God? That's who it matters. All of us fall short of that. All of us do. And that's why Jesus died on the cross for you. I know. I'm preaching. A lot of people probably don't like it. Yep. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the bullcrap that you hear on the radio and you hear on the news and you hear on the other prepper channel or this channel or that. They're going to tell you the same crap over and over. And it is. Oh, they're moving tanks. They're moving nukes. It's all the same crap. It all coming to the same end result. And we already know what that is. When? No one knows. There's also something in the Bible, suddenly, all hell breaks loose or gonna break loose, and then they go, oh, they yell peace, peace, and then all of a sudden sudden destruction comes upon them. So maybe this is a big ruse. Maybe they're gonna, at the very end, boy, it's gonna look like, oh, we're gonna go at it, man, any second, and everybody's yelling, oh my God, and all of a sudden, oh, they got a piece, and then all of a sudden, everybody relaxes, oh man, boy, we avoided that, and then all of a sudden, fuck, like a thief in the night, man. So, just get right. You're already ahead of the game. And the thing of it is most people are delusional. They think, oh man, I've got all these preps, I got this, I got that, and they're so much smarter than everybody else, and so much better prepped than everyone else, so much better at everything than everybody else, because they live in some other planet, some delusional world of theirs, that they think they're going to be immune from this. No, they're not. The cigar went out. So that tells me right there, hey, it's time to wrap this up. This cigar tells me it's time to wrap it up. So we'll wrap her up. Y'all take care. Be kind to one another. Like I said, you don't know what the next guy's going through. You might be just the reason that person hangs on a little longer, or maybe goes, man, maybe life ain't so bad. It might be you someday. It might be your child, your mom, dad, relative, somebody you care about. Be glad there's people out there like you that'll help. I'm not saying go down the ghetto and get your ass shot or something bad happened to you, because there's God gave you common sense too. There are just some places, Jesus could do that. He could walk down there and do that stuff, because what are they going to do to him? I know maybe it's not godly to say that, but there are just some places you just don't go in this world and you're going to get your ass shot off, or worse. You might not die. So, like I said, just be kind to one another. It gets tougher and tougher. And because it's getting tougher and tougher, when you are kind to someone, it means more and more to that person. You know what I'm saying. Y'all have a good one.